Hello people, my name is Kevin and welcome to Wanna Watch a Movie. Thank you so very much for joining me. Tonight I'm going to be continuing my watch of Percy Jackson and the Olympians on Disney+. Today I've got episode 5. What just happened was Percy had his whole fight on the St. Louis Arch and the Chimera and the why can't I remember her name? Damn it. Echidna, that was her name. Poseidon saved him, and he ended up in the Mississippi River. And that whole nice, just breathe thing was really, really sweet. So I'm looking forward to getting started. Gonna start in just a sec. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I really do appreciate each and every single one. It means the world to me. And if you want to contribute to the channel further, you can join my Patreon. Link is in the description below. That'll give you access to a Discord server where you can chat with me about movies. You'll get early access to my YouTube edits. You'll get access to polls where you can vote on what to watch next. And you'll get access to full-length reactions as well. So if that's your thing, head on over there. And so without further ado, let's get started with Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Here we go, episode 5. Also, once again, got my obligatory Percy Jackson Camp Half-Blood shirt. Also, obligatory spoiler warning for basically the entire, basically all of the Riordan verse. Everything from Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Heroes of Olympus, anything we run into that I will probably spoil.
I started out as a gift to my father. For a while, I was treated like a gift.
You've done more for me in the past few days than my father's done in my entire life.
Careful. I think you're about to call me a friend.
Oh yeah, and Percy gave himself up for Annabeth and Grover. Plunges to his death.
Just breathe.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And it's green. Underwater for the Mississippi. Please let them people label him a domestic terrorist like they did in the books.
They're looking at us.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fates.
Dude, they're looking right at us.
Atropos. I can never say her name right. The one that cuts the thread.
Let's go find Percy.
Annabeth.
He's alive.
Yep, it's okay. Your boo is alive.
Percy!
I'm wondering if they actually shot this in St. Louis. And there he is.
Hi.
What's up?
I'm sorry about shoving you in the stairwell. I knew you'd never agree, and there wasn't enough time.
Percabeth, baby Percabeth. Love the hugs.
You're not as dead as we thought you'd be.
Grover's third wheeling really hard here.
What happened? We need to go to Santa Monica. My father's gonna meet me there. He's gonna help us.
The police think that we crashed an Amtrak train and then did that.
Isn't that gonna make it hard for us to get on a train? Or really anything you need tickets for?
Yeah.
I think this quest might be harder than we thought.
No shit.
I didn't steal the Master Bolt. We're pretty sure Hades has the Master Bolt, but he couldn't have stolen it himself. We don't even know who actually stole the thing, or how deep this goes. I'm the last person to realize this, aren't I?
Yep.
Maybe when we started, my head wasn't fully in this, but since the river...
Yeah, you had a little bit of contact
Safe.
with Poseidon.
My dad.
Car.
That's not a car, it's a bike.
All right, that's gonna be Ares.
Why are you being weird with me again?
I'm not being weird.
Yes, you are.
It's about the hug.
Oh, it doesn't have to be a thing, They hug me. I mean, we're like friends now. Seems like a thing friends do.
I saw the Fates.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
I saw the 3 Fates, and I saw Atropos cut a piece of thread.
That's how you say it, okay.
Fates weave the life strand of every living thing. When you see a string cut,
It means one of us is going to die.
We're all gonna die, eventually.
Soon. It's a warning.
I guess.
3 old ladies with a ball of yarn can't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, but they do.
Need some help?
Here we go. Ares, this fucker.
beg pardon?
I asked if you could use some help.
No, we're good.
You don't seem too good.
We don't want anything from you.
You guys are so behind schedule.
They keep just like popping up and down.
I mean, summer solstice is just a few days away. As your big cousin, I feel like maybe I want to give you a hand.
Ares,
You must be Athena's kid. Always got to be the wisest one in the bunch.
why would you help us?
Zeus sent all of his kids out looking for the Master Bolt, too. There's a halfway decent diner up the road. If you want my help, you'll meet me there. But don't dawdle. Won't wait forever.
In the book, he had like his eyes were like fire or something.
What kind of family is this?
What kind of family is this? The eternally dysfunctional kind.
Give me a second. I'm just starting a fight on Twitter here.
Yeah, it's still Twitter.
So your
I'm gonna
quest
dead name that forever.
is going to fail.
It isn't gonna fail.
Well, that is a big plate of burgers.
Percy was always troubled, but I never thought he was capable of something like this.
Fucking Gabe.
Something to do with your wife's disappearance?
A kid that messed up, what wouldn't he do?
I'm gonna kill him.
You're not gonna kill him. Sally's gonna kill him.
Chances of you three idiots hitchhiking the rest of the way to LA without getting arrested are slim to none.
Why are you sitting here then? Shouldn't you be out there looking for it?
No fear in you, is there? Zeus is going to war with Poseidon.
The Oracle said if we returned the bolt, there wouldn't be a war.
Is that what she said?
Not exactly what she said, to be honest. It's not exactly what the prophecy says.
See, years before I was born, my grandpa Kronos ate my aunts and uncles. Then my dad made him puke them back up, then chopped him into a million pieces and chucked him into a bottomless pit. So that kind of set the tone right out of the gate.
Doing that backstory already.
We will push anyone down a flight of stairs to get ahead. And that's why I love my family so much. He knows there's a war coming. And in reality, I think he's okay with that. I think he feels it's just time for a war, so we're gonna have a war.
Whoever the actor is here, he really like captured the whole like
We're stopping this.
gleeful,
You said you can help. Can you?
you know, attitude about warp thing he had.
There's an amusement park up the road. I left my shield there. You get me my shield back, and I'll get you to the underworld by lunch tomorrow with a plan to invade Hades' palace.
We got on the merry-go-round?
Waterland.
The chirping was funny to me for a minute, but it is getting old. We have a deal, or am I killing all three of you so I can eat in peace?
You sure you want to be yelling that in the middle of a crowded diner?
I'm gonna keep the satyr here as collateral so you don't run off.
What? No.
Okay.
This is quite a change.
We don't split up again. It's okay.
All right, let's see where this change goes.
Don't engage with them. He'll want to get you riled up, get in your head, and you can't let him.
It's okay. Go, get the shield.
In the book, like Percy talked about like how just being in Ares' presence like made you want to fight something. It made you want to be violent. I'm not really getting that here too much. Waterland. Come on, go get the tie-dyed
I
shirt
haven't seen a
or
lot of
something
horror
too.
movies, but this seems like exactly the kind of place they suggest to avoid.
I've never seen any kind of movie.
Never? What do you mean?
That's
never?
unfortunate.
Never. Neither of us is dead in a few days. We really ought to fix that. You're missing out.
Percy Jackson, did you just ask Annabeth out on a date?
Wait, Percy, stop!
Oh.
Hold still. That's celestial bronze.
All right, finally someone says the word celestial bronze.
Human, it'll pass right through. If you're a monster or a demigod,
And we got a booby trap.
a god built this.
What kind of god builds amusement parks?
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. Jinx.
Oh, look at that. Push through it.
Weren't you the one this morning who saw the fate say one of us is gonna die and we should take it really seriously?
Percy,
I mean, he's got a decent point.
the machine isn't designed to hurt
Next
you.
one.
It's a test.
What if you just happen to be a super tall demigod? Starting Twitter fights, by the way, that's super in character for him.
We met at the solstice on Olympus. I'm a fan.
I think you got me mixed up with someone else, kid. Satyrs are not fans of mine.
Satyrs are children of nature. Nature is brutal, right?
Makes sense.
You are the champion. All of that. I respect it.
So what are you, like a casual World War II buff?
I prefer the Turbot War, the Lobster War, the 335 Years War. Your deep cuts.
Never heard of those.
Hardly anyone died.
That's probably why.
Something cool about overwhelming force and a quick surrender.
No one talks about those anymore. So tell me where we met again.
I'm gonna have to Google that later. The Lobster War. I don't remember the other ones.
If it belongs to the god of craftsmen, what was the god of war doing? Aren't they enemies?
Ares has always had a
Aphrodite.
thing.
Aphrodite. She's Hephaestus' wife. He met her here, in her husband's park.
They got caught, and he had to leave in a hurry.
Got caught doing what? Oh, the thrill ride alone.
Don't you even try to tell me not to be weird about this. The shield must be in there.
Let's go check out the scary ghost ride. Why not?
Yep, totally not a trap. Oh, okay, getting right into it. It's a lot darker than I expected. I'm pretty sure in the book this happened in the daytime.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
What is happening right now?
I feel like I've heard this before. From our orthodontist's office, maybe?
Oh, they're doing it too.
It's Hephaestus' story. Rejected by Hera, rejected by Aphrodite. My mom told me these stories all the time.
Actually, a pretty decent way of providing exposition about Hephaestus.
She said this is what the gods are like to each other. Maybe she should have been preparing me better.
Maybe she was preparing you. So when you got to us, you'd be different than this.
That's right, yeah. I'm this close to making a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory joke.
The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing.
There it is.
Ah, the boar.
Jump!
Wait, she can swim, right? Using his water powers. And save Annabeth for the first time.
Did you just pull me out of there with that water power stuff?
Maybe figuring this out as I go. How are we supposed to get that thing down?
This was not in the book.
How do you start the machine?
I hate kids. I hate my own kids. Maybe less than other kids, but still not fond of them.
You're a dick.
When everyone's kids show up for the winter solstice, and I have to sit through their presentation, that night is the worst night of the year, every year by far.
One of those kids somehow walked off with the Master Wolf.
Not everything is a puzzle that needs to be solved. You're as bad as my sister.
Athena, you mean?
Was she always like that? Always making things more complicated than they need to be so people will think she's smarter than you.
Thank you. I can't be the only one who sees it, right? Certainly feels that way sometimes.
Is Grover, like, psychologically warfaring him? Like, trying to get him to, like, trying to shake something loose?
People only see what they want to see and ignore anything at all that doesn't fit the story they like to tell themselves.
Exactly. Like you being the one to find the lightning thief and not her.
What did you mean by that? We both know your friend didn't steal the bolt.
But Zeus thinks he did, which is kind of all that matters, right?
Shut up.
Hephaestus offered
So
it to
Grover
her.
knows that Ares
But as
isn't
soon
going to
as
turn
she
them
said
over to
She
Zeus.
couldn't get up. Finally, they said if Hephaestus let Hera free, Aphrodite would be his wife. The chair is the bargain. One of us goes in, the other gets the shield.
I'll do it.
What? Wait a minute.
Whoever goes in isn't coming out.
That's why I said wait.
This isn't the arch seaweed brain.
Yes, I am. I'm not gonna let you this time.
It doesn't work that
She
way.
said seaweed brain. She said seaweed brain. The first seaweed brain.
I told Chiron I needed someone who wouldn't hesitate to sacrifice me if the quest required it.
I see where this is going.
The fates were right. There's no getting around this.
The Oracle chose you. The gods chose
Stop.
you.
You're better at this than me.
She's got book smarts, you've got street smarts, dude. You complement each other. So obviously he doesn't, like, get trapped there forever. No! You're not giving her Riptide.
I need you to promise me something.
I'm not leaving the underworld without your mom.
I was gonna say when this quest is done, can you maybe swing back here and try to get me out of this thing?
You think you had to ask?
Just making sure. Alright, what's gonna happen?
This is a bad idea. Stand up.
I can't.
Percy, stand up. I mean
It's
it.
okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh god, is he crying?
I'm...
Fuck. It cut off when he said That was a cool, like, effect, like with the gold spreading over his body and face. That's my girl. Doesn't even touch the shield. Immediately goes into problem-solving mode, trying to fix what's keeping her friend captive.
Can I help you?
That's, yep, that's Hephaestus, isn't it?
Off you go.
I'm not leaving without my friend.
It can't be undone.
How do you know?
Because I built it.
Not exactly what I pictured Hephaestus to look like, but looks pretty nice.
If you aren't going to help me, could you maybe leave me alone so I can focus?
I know your mother was displeased with you recently. You walk out of here with that shield, and you're a hero. She will be proud, and you will be forgiven, and all will go back to being as it always has been, as it should be.
It isn't how it should be.
Yeah, it isn't.
Or be eaten. Power and glory and nothing else matter. He isn't that way. He's better than that.
Yeah, he is better than them.
I don't want to be that way anymore. I won't be like all of you.
That was a good speech. Caption there says harmonious melody, something on the flute. That's not a flute he's got there. It's more like not a harmonica, something else. Yep, there we go. Can I say it's super fitting that the first time we hear her say seaweed brain is literally when they're both trying to sacrifice themselves for each other.
You're a good kid, Annabeth. I'll put in a good word with your mom for you.
Percy's probably totally clueless right now. Who the hell is that? I just realized how weird that must look to wait staff. Like, a 12-year-old just walks in with a giant metal shield.
Where's our ride?
Kindness International.
You're kidding.
You get the zebra, the lion, and...
In a few hours, this thing is going to be at the Lotus Casino in Vegas. Hermes hangs out there. You play your cards right, and his personal driver can get you to LA in minutes. Here. Close,
your cards
cash, drachmas to summon Hermes.
There it is, the bag with the master bolt.
We're not gonna fail. And I'm getting pretty tired of you saying it. You think you know who I am, but you don't. And if you aren't careful, you're gonna find out.
Yep, and he's gonna lose to a 12-year-old.
Thank you for the emotional abuse and the cheeseburgers.
The emotional abuse and the cheeseburgers, new band name called it.
Hey, do you think we could get some paper towels or something? It's not that nice in here.
Dickhead.
This smells.
I think I got it out of him. I know who stole the Master Bowl.
I don't think you do. Okay, there's no way he actually figures it out that it's Luke ahead of time. There's still 3 episodes left before we get to that. Guess he suspects Clarice, maybe? Oh, we got the Lotus Casino right there with Hermes and Festus right there. Yeah, here we go, babies. Iris
There's
Festus.
more to this than just...
Hey, demigods, welcome.
Lynn! Percy's driving a taxi. Okay, one sec. Okay, so that was a good episode. I enjoyed it very much. I feel like I need to say that at first just because like I do want to... I enjoy the show so far. I think it's a pretty damn good adaptation of the first book. But there's something about it that's kind of missing for me. And I noticed this like with Medusa, with Echidna, the Chimera. Like there's very little like urgency. Like it's not that there isn't urgency. I mean I know they're on a deadline and everything. But like it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like there's really any danger. It doesn't feel like there's really any like it's missing like the divine power behind like the gods. Like you didn't get that. I didn't get that impression from Dionysus at Camp Half-Blood. Don't get me wrong. I mean I love the actor Jason Mantzoukas. I hope I'm saying his name right. I love him as an actor and I think his performance of the character is pretty good. But there was very little like actual like threat of divine power like behind anything he did. You know what I mean? And I didn't really get that way with Ares either. I mean I got a little bit more of that with Ares just because like big guy, loud, and like something about like his facial expressions were very like, you know, this guy's a little bit unhinged. I don't know, like not having like the fire in his eyes kind of took away from that or something. Like I was kind of hoping for that. And to an extent, I get it, just because like, you know, you're constrained by your budget a little bit, and you can't do like breathtaking effects on all the gods or all the magical creatures. Kind of wish it had a little bit of that, you know what I mean? I hate to talk about the movie which shall not be named, but I will say this much, they knew how to do the urgency of it right. You know what I mean? The scene with, in the beginning, with Mrs. Dodds turning into the, revealing herself as Electro, revealing herself as one of the Furies. You felt the danger in that. It also kind of helped that, like, you know, it wasn't resolved within, like, half a second. Or the encounter with Medusa in the film, even though it wasn't really, neither one was totally accurate to the book. That one knew how to make you feel danger. Like, if I recall correctly, it's been years since I've seen the movie. If I recall correctly, there was like a civilian who was there with them in the garden emporium, in the statue garden. And like, we get to see her turn to stone, so we the audience know about the threat, and like, you know, they have people looking through the like mirrors and everything, trying not to look at her, and like there's more of a sense of danger. You know what I mean? All of the flaws, all the problems with that movie and with the sequel, there are many problems with those movies, don't get me wrong. But for all of its flaws, it knew how to do that right at least. And not saying that the show isn't doing that at all. No, I'm not even saying that it's doing it badly. I'm not saying that it's a bad adaptation or anything. But that element of it it feels like it's missing, or at the very least, it's less intense. You know what I mean? But then again, I feel like, you know, when you're making something that really is for kids, I hope as it goes on, as the show goes on, if assuming it gets more seasons, like once we get to Titan's Curse, once we get to season 3, that's when the tone shifts. Because in the books, that's where the tone really does shift. Because that's when people start dying. That's when the stakes really, really become real, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's that little rant out of the way. I like the change that they made. I like with the Festus, in the chair and everything. Grover, like manipulating Ares into giving him some information. That was good. I like that change. It was okay. I only regret that like we didn't get like the Waterland tie-dye shirts and the caps and, you know, all of that merchandise. That would have been funny. Like, it would have been like, imagine them walking into the diner. They should just decked out in Waterland garb, and Grover just like, what the hell happened? Long story. That would have been really funny. That would have been a good moment. Like I said before, there's absolutely no way in hell that Grover knows it's Luke. I'm guessing he suspects Clarice. Of course, we got the first Seaweed Brain, and love it, love it, love it, love it, love Percy. What else is there to say? I think that's it, actually. Thank you so very much for joining me. Once again, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I really do appreciate each and every single one. It means the world to me. And if you want to support the channel, you can join my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Once again, without further ado, thank you again for joining me. And as usual, there's more stuff coming soon. So see you later. Bye.